All right, folks, I think we're live. It's been a while. I've posted anything, so I just was looking to see if I can go live, and I think I'm gonna start some series now. Take it just for fun, a little bit more serious fun. Um, Day trading on Nasdaq here now that the war situation is a little bit okay. The price action seems to be nicer. Just trying to share my thoughts on it and see if we can strategize and make some money here. Okay, I already took few trades. People might say this is like a lot of trades, but it's not. Honestly, if you're trying to scalp quick, you don't need a bias. Um, so in the meanwhile, if we find any trade, I'll do it. But I'm pretty much done for the day. If I will see another trade by, let's say, next macro session, that I might take another one. But this is otherwise it. So you can see about like one trade here and the other one here. So I took two trades. If I take another one, that's the max number of trades I'm gonna take. I didn't take any trades in the day. The AM session was obviously it's Monday, so it's been a little choppy here. I do see the setup for short and long both, but I didn't take it just because I was preoccupied and I wasn't too confident, being super honest. So we will not take any trades in under pressure. That's the learning we have taken from the past years. Okay, so we want to be profitable, and I want to show you every single day from now, whenever I live stream or whenever I post videos, how to become a profitable trader from a non-profitable trader. Okay, so things that you may think happens, but that's basically a survivor bias. Okay, that's basically placebo or something, whatever you want to say. But anyway, let's talk about that later. For now, we're looking at um, the Nasdaq MNQ chart here. That's basically the same thing. I just want to show you because I took those trades on MNQ. Of course, we don't want to take anything on NQ unless market's choppy and like market's like very low volatility or something. But right now the volatility was great. You see like the big move to the downside and then make move to the upside. It was like a very simple bread and butter setup. Okay, so let me talk about what's going on in here. Hold on, nice setup there. Okay, so first things first. Okay, very slowly I'll make you understand what's going on here, what time it is. Second, what the price is. Okay, so if you notice, well, again, I don't note down these things on my chart because I have that I just eyeball it. I know things are happening, but let me draw them for you. Okay, just so I can make my point here. This is what this is the new day opening gap from Monday close and the open, okay, for the Asia session. So this is where we close, this is where we open. Okay, so see that how it's reacting off, and there was a nice setup. Oh, my bad. What am I doing? Hold on, man, my bad, really. I'm sorry. So this is all. I don't know how it's like. Oh man, it must be such an embarrassing thing. Okay, so what am I looking at? So here, this is 6 o'clock. So that's almost like not much difference. I'm just gonna. I don't need to make two lines, but just so I can make one point. Here's your new day opening gap. What I was trying to draw is the new week opening gap. Okay. So look carefully. Watch. Let me just make sure. Okay, there you go. So there's the new week opening gap. Okay. And there's your open. Now watch. I'll go to the latest time frame. Okay. See, there's your. That's why. Okay. So see, that's the reason why I wanted to mention is I was looking at those numbers and I was like, I'll tell you why I needed those new day opening gap and new week opening gap. Okay. So first things first. I waited. Market opened up. I can tell you 10 different trades here, but I'm not interested in that. But just to make my point, market opened up. We rallied above. Okay. We went down, touched the new day opening gap, and then gravitated towards it a little bit. Then again, dumped from there. towards the new week opening gap and then dump from there further lower. Now, what time it is? When it tried to go above, okay, and then came back lower. First things first, how do I take this trade? Because I know it's trying to take, there's another level here. It's trying to take the internal liquidity. So this was the fair value gap that I noted. Again, I don't need to draw it while I'm taking a trade. It's too much of a time effort for me that I just look and like, okay, decide this is what's happening. So as soon as it closed above, what happened is I actually was like trying to see how does it want to come back. No, the way it was just behaving, that it's not going to come back. I entered one position here at this candle, and then once it confirmed, I knew that this is going to be a blast. I entered immediately that it opened up, and then it went straight to the TP. This is a quick scalp again. That's not something I would suggest you as a beginner, but if you want to understand what's the logic behind it, that's the logic that I'm looking for a trade to the internal PD array, which is this fair value gap here, okay? It's a SIBI, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, okay? Now, once it did that and it came lower, okay, where could it go? Well, where's in this price run. So again, I don't know who tells you these things, like, okay, where RG ICT tells me take fair value gap. Which one should I take? Well, he tells you very clearly that you should take PD array as a premium and a discount. Tell me what fair value gaps. Let me remove it for now. Tell me what fair value gaps do you see in this price run. This is 50%. This is what? If I'm looking for long, if I'm bullish, what is this? This is premium. This is discount. So what fair value gaps do I see? I see one in premium. Well, that's not good. I don't want that in premium. That's not great. Another one? Well, there's one here which is in deep premium because it's at the 75% level. Anything below 50%? Well, there you go. That's a nice fair value gap. You watch, you wait, and watch the reaction of that fair value gap. What happened? Well, I saw that market tapped into it and then started to run. Okay, then again, see what happened. Market tapped into this, but then went lower once more. People will say, well, how do you know? How do you know it's gonna go up now or go down? Well, you can't. That's why I didn't enter. I needed some confirmation. What's going on? I need to see the price action, and it's not super mechanical. But see what happens. It needs to run very fast. It needs to hunt down some people who are trying to trade using these concepts. If someone goes longer here, he'll put a stop loss here once it goes somewhere here, and then it stops them out. Then comes the real move. Now, watch. If you don't want to enter on this, by the way, I entered here because I saw that is almost happening. You can enter on this fair value gap. Very nice entry. Okay, so see, I am entering as it's taking that liquidity. That was my stop order. I knew this is not going to go below that. Okay, so, and this is where I was entering. Just to because I know this might not get taken, but if it gets taken, it's gonna just run. So again, this was kind of like a fast entry, just so I have something I can grab if it wants to go up. But this was my main entry right there. Okay, and then stop loss here or here. If it's too much, just here or here. Okay, very easy. It went here. So this was my first take profit. Super simple bread and butter setup. Whoever tells you this is not enough, again, go do it yourself and then come back, see if you remain profitable. Okay, so essentially, my average price was this, and that is almost here. So I entered here, draw down until this point, and then target one, target this, second target that. That's it. I don't need it to go second target somewhere here, just because it might not go there. Who knows? But again, this was a limit order, so we got our target here, and then third target could be that one. That's it. That's all I'm interested in. I had 2 contracts, so 1, 2, 3. If you're a beginner trader, then you'll just look for something like 2 hour. But for me, I look for places where it makes most sense to get out. Okay, so simple bread and butter setup, one trade and then second trade. That's it. Almost $1,000 profit um, just on MNQ. Okay, literally no other trade so far. Now see what is it doing? It went up. Okay, traded. So again, this would have been a nice place to get out of the position. Why? Because it's also what? Why am I bullish? Because there's a new weak opening gap that it can gravitate to, and this is the new weak opening gap consequent encroachment. So that's the perfect exit if you have third contract right there, or good best case scenario there. So that's why I had enter trades here. Now again, where could it go? It could very well go here, touch the new day opening gap again. Why? Because see, look at the clean liquidity here, clean relative equal highs. Okay, but am I interested in trading that? Well, maybe. Depends how things are looking. See again, there's a fair value gap that it just inverted. Okay, and then it would tap back into it. Now it could very well tap here and then dump. Why? Because again, it wants to, if, well, that's a good sign that, look at that. Someone went long there on that fair value gap. Okay. Someone went long there and he was waiting. They got stopped out. Okay, right there. And that's why it's booming up. Now it could very well just, if, unless it stays in the upper half of this fair value gap, I can be bullish. But again, if not, then I can't say anything. Comes back here, or specifically comes back in this one, it might be becoming bearish again. So looking at that price action, look, we came back really deep. And another point which nobody talks about is just take the highest high, this or that one, doesn't matter much, and see. Price generally tends to reach the 50% level of the highest high in the during that session, especially in the PM session and in Asia session. Just look at the charts. Like, I'm not bluffing. Look at how the clean highs are. It could very well just like go in and tap that. Okay, especially when we're in like bull markets, it's easy to predict that. But like I said, it's those things that I just keep looking at. Okay, I don't need to draw this because I know somewhere here it's the 50% level, which also ties to the new week opening gap, and there's a clustering of the new day opening gap, new week opening gap. So if I'm here, I'm really bullish that it's going to touch that. Now that it did that, I don't know what's the next move. I need to wait and see if the price gives me an opportunity to go either long or short. Now, is there a valid reason to me to go short? Not really. The only reason will, if it gives me a clean setup based on the market structure, or to go long, or if it hunts these and then runs really aggressively, giving me a fair value gap to trade on, I could look targeting these relative equal highs, or these very clean relative equal highs somewhere just until the new week opening up. It may not happen right in this session. Maybe it just keeps going, keeps back and forth, and then finally during the London session that happens. But look at that. Okay. So price needs to stay above 50%, and yeah, it could very well do that. Otherwise, the 50% level has already been tapped, so I'm not interested anymore to go long on this one right now. Okay, but so far the price is showing its opportunity. It could be presented to go long. Okay, so again, I don't make these like green or whatever. That's fine if you want. I'm just usually I keep these for silver bullets, but that's fine. I usually trade silver bullets, but in Asia, because the work demands me to not be present during the AM session, PM session sometimes, I usually trade in Asia now, but it's not very different if you think about it. Even London, it's not very different. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's pretty much what I wanted to say about today. Well, now I think something I want to chat about is, what if you guys have any idea around? So, okay, two things we learned. One thing is there. How do I know? How do I predict the price and the bias? I can pretty much tell you everyone gets it wrong when it comes to like predicting where the price is likely gonna move next, and where the price, what's the bias, right? Now, like here, like tell me what the bias is. Is it gonna go up or is it gonna go down? Well, based on the price action right now, you don't have much to say. If it's like a if and else condition. If the price closes below this, next thing I'm looking at is close below this. Next thing I'm looking at is close below this, and then this, and then this, and this, and finally this, right? Another thing which I want to share is some ICT traders will see this as, oh, look, it's keeping itself in the upper half, so it means it's bullish. That means I can go buy. This is a really great price. Um, yeah, let me open up NQ. Oh, that's fine. I was just gonna open paper trade, but that's fine. So if I talk about something that really happens all the time is, people see these like fair value gaps. Oh look, there was a fair value gap. I could have just went short on this, right, and then made some nice money. But like, how do you know this fair value gap is going to be an IFVG, or this is going to be an FVG, SIBI to trade a short on, right? What if this closes here and the next thing happens is boom, you know? So how do you know this is not going to happen? Well, there's two things: the market structure, which clearly tells it's in a look at the order block. It clearly tells it's not something I should look for. I'm not looking to go long here, okay? Maybe not even shorts, because I don't know. Okay, so this is a point where things could turn. Okay, so if I'm short, I will be in short with this price action. I will still remain short. Okay, I will keep in short until something here or here. Like my stop loss will be aggressively shifting in this price action. Like as soon as it closes, I'm gonna shift here. As soon as that closes, I'm gonna shift here. So that might just stop me very close to the low of the day, the session. Okay. Now, what I was mentioning is there's few signatures that you can relate. If the price is spending too much time, which again is a little hard, comes with experience. If the price is spending too much time, it's tricking you guys that it's gonna go in the direction you're thinking it should go. Normally it will. If this would have just been, if this would have not come here, or that's it, like that's the last thing that I wanted to see. Close here and then close here, then this is coming here. Now if it closes below, I'm not interested in going long anymore. Anything could happen. If you're getting lucky and it's still going up, that's pure luck. Being honest, from years experience, that's pure luck. What's going to happen is it traps you, telling, hey, look, the price action, look at that. The price action wants to stay in the upper half. So you'll enter here in buys and thinking the price is going to go up. But because it has spent so much time in here, I would anticipate that, okay, it will trap these jokers, and then it's gonna at least stop these out here. Okay, so what's gonna basically happen is, potentially, again, there's like a very tiny fair value gap, which again I don't really care much. So this very minor fair value gap, I mostly care about that order block. Okay, so price should basically could tap into this fair value gap and the order block, and then run from there. If it's not doing so, it's trying to just take those out who tried to enter long here on this fair value gap, and then ride the wave. Okay, but what happens is it's going to trap these jokers and it's going to come out. Okay, just to prove you my point, I'm waiting to see if this price takes this. If this doesn't, you can still maybe be bullish. Okay, but I will, with this price action, I think it's very much like I want to see this taken out. Otherwise, it's going to be very lethargic price action. So look at that again. Oops. Look at that. It's almost, it touched that one back. So again, it already stopped out people who shifted their stop loss just above their entry. Okay, that's where your entry will be, and then your stop loss will be somewhere here. So you already got stopped out if you shifted your stop loss to break even. So you already are stopped out. But let's wait. Okay. Come on. Come on. There you go. Bang. Okay. Like I told you, it will trap people, and if it's taking more time, this is likely what's happening. One tick above, or sorry, one tick below the entry, boom. So again, you could go short thinking upon this is the fair value gap, it closes below this fair value gap, and then again, you could, I don't like this, this is too less for me. The next thing, it's touching this volume imbalance, that's touched. Now again, anything could happen. Next thing you know is because it stopped those jokers out, if it then again starts to move up and comes above this fair value gap, maybe it just starts to rally further. But unless that is it's doing, we can't say it's going lower. Okay. So look at that. That is a doji. That's not a doji. That's a liquidity sweep. And then if it closes below that, I'm still bearish. If it doesn't, then I can probably look for something buys. Okay, that's a clear-cut change in state of delivery. Okay, unless this doesn't close below this, I can look for longs. If this closes below this, high likely we're going back down again. Okay, next target I'll look for is this one. Let's see what's happening. There's nothing to trade on. Why? Because also we're not in macro time. Okay, a macro is the last 10 minutes and the first 10 minutes of the session. So look where I entered this trade. Inside macro. That's where the market starts to spool. This one, not so, but that's fine. That's why you see this behavior. It's gonna come back into the discounted level inside the macro and then jump. So again, lots of stuff, okay? Lots of stuff. There's 10 things going on in my mind, okay? Now look, what is this happening? Well, that's the classic action that it's trying to do is it's gonna create those dojis. That's no doji, okay? It is just trying to trap people who are just, aggressively trying to get in the trade. Oh, it's a doji, I should go long. Well, or is it like, oh, it's going lower, right? It's trapping both of them. Whoever tried to go short because their market order breakout artists, their order got entered here. Now it's gonna try to short them, just get them out of the market too. And whoever's trying to go long, it's gonna try to get them out too. That's what's happening before the macro, which nobody tells again. During the macro, it just starts to spool. Like, okay, everyone, whoever's with me on the right side is gonna run with me. Whoever's on the wrong side is gonna get punished real hard. Okay. So literally, so again, one more thing to remember is do not expect every single candle to be crazy big move candle. It only happens during the macro, okay? Do not expect that you're gonna get like crazy moves that will just be like explosive or something like that. Okay. Okay. So think. Okay, just look at the candles. I'll show you something. Look at the candles. What's happening? There was an explosive move, and then there was another one, but then look at that. Slow, and then further move fast, and then this choppiness. Okay, so that's what happens. It can't be just like going up, down, up, down. It's gotta take some breaks. Okay, so there was a break, then it showed this move. There was this break, and then it showed down move, and now that we are going lower, like I said, it's gonna just dojies. Okay, it's going up. The chop is real. It's not going up. It's trapping those retail traders. We are retail traders. Okay, ICT isn't smart money. It's smart money concepts, but it is. We are retail traders. We're not institutional traders. We do have the concepts that's far superior than anyone. I have concepts with retail that does work. Okay, I have indicators coded myself that does work. I can make it work with any indicator you give me, like a moving average will work. Okay. The problem with that is I'm gonna just be in my entry late and my stop loss would be way too much. Like that's not ideal. With ICT you can have at least 2R, 3R, 4R, whatever you want. But look at that. Okay. I'm looking at this and that one. Why that one? Well, that's close proximity to the new week opening gap low. Okay. And there's your probability gap. The problem with this is if I go enter whatever here, let's say I want enter short. Well, I'm pretty sure it could very well just go and tap back there again before dumping down. So my stop loss will be somewhere here. It'll stop me out and then boom, lower. So that's why I am not looking at that price action right now. Unless I'm actually entering at that level. That's where my order is. Then it's gonna be fine. But it might not give me that opportunity. It might just keep dumping down because what? It already trapped the longs here, so it doesn't want to give them opportunity to like. If it goes up here, anyone who entered here is gonna get back on break even. It may not give them the opportunity to do that. You have to think like you're the market maker. Okay, how do I make sure whoever's trying to long, if I'm bullish, whoever's trying to long gets stopped out first, and then whoever's trying to short gets stopped out first. Okay, whoever's trying to short, let's say when it moved here, there you go, out of picture. Another thing why I did that, okay, this is an order block. This is an order block. Okay, look at that, beautiful, beautiful price action. Okay, so see, like I told you, it can very well come, boom, there you go, stopped out. Whoever tried to go short at this level already got out. No matter, you got short here, wherever it's short, you got out of the picture. If you were long, you're out of the picture. This is when I don't like trading anything. Look at that. If you went long here, you got stopped out. There you go. If you were short on this fairly gap, you got stopped out. If you were short here, you got stopped out. Both are stopped out, and now the real will begin. Okay, and it's like just 44 now, so it's just 5 minutes before the macro. So anything in next more minutes will likely give another setup. But again, I might not just take any more setups because this doesn't look great. Look at just the traps here. Do you now understand why ICT traders get trapped way too often for no reason? Because they don't understand what's happening. Like there are a lot of ICT traders who does get this, and now I'm starting to get this thing too. Like, think about if you're the market maker and you have to get them out. I predicted, I told you this can very well just come and then get those jokers out of the picture and then show the real move. Now, anything could happen here. Close above this, tap back in, boom, up. Get those jokers out too. Get those jokers out too. Or go lower, and then anyone who was short and then haven't shifted their stop loss from here is already out. So now the real move begins. So see? This is 50-50. If you're predicting this, you are great. I mean, no complaints there. You're better than me if you're predicting the right move. All right. Perfect delivery to the order block. I drew this before the price came here, okay? So just so you know, I have two things on my plate right now. Okay, I don't need this. There's too much everything else. Okay, now what's happened? Well, the market has shown a shift in market structure, but see this, it never came back here. This is what I'm telling you. It never came back here. It just keeps going. There you go. Almost got those jokers out. See that? The traps. That was the trap for people to go short and then suck those out. You had your stop loss here. Well, I went short on this Waverly Gap. My stop loss was here, or here, or here. Oh, we're out of the picture. I went long on this price action, and then I had stop loss here. Well, you're out of the picture too. And this is the real move. It didn't give me opportunity to go long. Now attack back here. Okay? I can't just buy here. If I buy here, where's my stop loss gonna be? Well, here. Well, that's too much risk to reward. That's a negative RR. Look at that. Even if I go long here, say here, stop loss gonna be here. Best case scenario, here. 1.29 makes no sense. Okay. Or if you want to just enter on just the opening, well, that's gonna be fine. But how do you know? Just enter here, right? Whatever. That's not tradable. That's what my point is. And anything can happen really now. Look at that. That low has been taken. So another thing, this high was taken by this high. Sorry, I meant high. This high was taken by this high. This high was taken by that high. Now, it doesn't need to go actually here. It very well could just go back again. Whoever's showing a long here, if someone enters here, oh, it's like it's going up, man. At least we'll go here. Can I just grab this much? Well, no, it's not going to give you the opportunity. Wherever you're going to psychologically put your stop loss, is going to go to that level first. Okay, so let's say you saw this. Oh, it's really going, and I entered the best price here possible. Well, my stop loss is going to be somewhere like 50%. Like, this is best. And then I can grab this. It's not that bad. 1.7R, that's great. Maybe it just comes back, tabs back in, and then goes up. If it doesn't, you get lucky, that's fine. You got lucky. Look at that. Still doesn't want to go above 50%. Still doesn't want to go above 50%. Just to prove your point, it's tapped into fair value gap again. This is the order block, tap into the order block again. You will be shitting your pants if someone enters right here. Or as it tries to break this. Tapped into this order block perfectly. In this area, we'll have to see what it does now. Does it want to go back above 50% level and then take this out? Or does it not want to do that? I will take trade in front of you, okay? Nothing in hindsight, coming soon. I just don't want to give you the opportunity right now. unless I'm fully sure I'm not entering anything. Okay. And once I have audience to actually care about what I do, then I'll start doing the live trades. Again, everything is simulation, nothing real money in front of you, even though I have screenshots and X with real money. I never do that in front of you, okay? That's my personal accounts. Okay. Prop firm traders are not real money traders unless they're live, okay? It's demo money, even if you're getting paid for it. Look at that. Okay, close above 50%. Now, likely it's going to take this over. So if I was logged in paper count, I could show you a trade where it takes, there's a volume imbalance that should be left unfilled in best case scenario. Otherwise, it could very well just go and tap in here and then run forward. Time, note the time. It's 10:51 now. Market is gonna start spool in the direction. Run for liquidity. Okay. There you go. This should just take it now. Just to show you, I'm gonna enter one contract. Oh, enter two. And then, as soon as it takes that, just to show you, okay, it's very minimal. There you go, target met. I just wanted to show you, like, you can have that quick scalp, but the price, look, I tried to enter here, but I couldn't. Okay, now it could very well just keep going higher and take that. And there's a volume imbalance here. So, that's a nice place to keep going higher. There you go, see? And there you go, perfect. Woohoo! Look at that. I told you. Close above 50%, and then crazy. Look at the move. It went into here, and this is basically, again, you have to see what's the premium discount. Tapped in here. If it closes further, then we can look. There's another one. This is the best case scenario. Okay. Now, what do you want to do? If you're here, do you want to buy? Well, it might just come here. Do you want to sell? It might just come here. Okay. But again, you get the point, okay? I'm not trying to show you that I can just like quickly scalp for like 10 points. That's nothing. And I wanted to show you that if I was long, I will enter here as soon as it closes on that one, this candle. And then this one is like super fast. I tried to enter. You saw that it was slippage was like extremely high, even though that's like basically 2 pips. But like that's like not even 5 handles. So you wouldn't take that trade. You basically try to go up. Now again, see, if someone tries to enter right there, anything could happen. It can come very well to 50%. Okay. And see, look what it's trying to do. It's trying to say I'm going short, but then it's gonna trap people. Literally, this is a very bullish move. Now, again, one thing I can show you. Yeah, I mean, that's fine, really. I'm just watching the price action. That's funny. How it's like just didn't close below 50% and now trying to go back. Someone trying to go long here. Good luck. If you didn't close your trade, you're fucked. You must be shitting your pants right now. Yeah, I have indicators just for understanding where the price is for retail, and as soon as they'll enter short, it's just gonna go and take that suckers. Anyway, I'm gonna close the stream at 11. I think it's enough for today. I was live for you until somewhere here, so that's a good price reaction to begin with. But again, where do you think the price is gonna go? I think it's gonna, if it can, I would love to see this taken for dumping lower if it needs to dump lower. Otherwise, it's just gonna keep dumping lower anyway. But yeah, I will love to see it trade to that level first, even if it wants to go lower. Yeah, this clearly seems like it's gonna take that one. Good. Is this tradable? Well, this one is not. That one was definitely tradable. This is not tradable. Why? If you enter long here, you run the risk of getting stopped out because this is too big. And that's basically 1-to-1 R. If you go short, well, you're gonna stop loss here, so it might just stop you and then go lower. Which again, if you click buy here, and I'm just showing you with two contracts on MNQ. If you hit that, okay, and then wait and see what price action does, you're gonna watch the price action go lower than that, and then it just could go anywhere. Okay, so wait the price action to see something. I'm just gonna close my trade very soon. So if the price spends too much time here, we're likely going lower. It's just $18, $15. I don't really care if we get like I can put my stop loss here. Okay. So moving my stop loss aggressively here, just giving example. This is very basically hard to trade. And then you can put your, let's say, one contract right here. There you go. And then move your stop loss right here. I'm just showing you what I would do if you were basically in this trade. It's going to be extremely hard to trade this, like I said. Shift your stop loss here. See, it just could stop me up. That's fine. Look how the price action is trying to scare you. Okay, shift the price action. Shift it. Just let it touch it. Oh, there you go. Oh, it touched it. It's just gonna stop me out. So just want it to go higher. And then I'll put it here. Oh, there you go. I got stopped out. But that's it. Just showing an example how hard it is to like even look at that. And then it's like big candle. That's why you trail really hard. That's fine. Look at that. Look at that. There's no way that would have survived. Look at that. If it spent too much time here, it's gonna just stop those jockers out. And that's the reason why you don't want to go long and short either. Okay, we're this close to getting stopped out. Look at that, perfect. How did the price react to that exact level? And then dumped like this, crazy. Yeah, want to go long on this? Good luck. See, I basically got stopped out at break even. Look at that trap. Wow. See, someone saw that long opportunity, and this is how it would have happened if I had not got stopped out at break even. And this is why I tell you. Look at that. Where did it come? Yeah. Now, if someone tries to go long here, it's going to come back and probably tap back into this one for dumping lower. Could be anything. Or see that. There you go. I was literally just pointing at that one. Now, look. It could go here. Now, if you want to take your risk, I'm just showing you. And then stop loss. The target here. Then where do you want to put your stop loss? You're going to put that here. But you are very likely going to run into stop loss. Okay. It's just one contract. Look. This is very risky. I mean, where do you want to, like, maybe you want to put it here. Okay, that's like close to, it's not, still not even 1 to 1 hour. So maybe there. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I was just showing you I'm gonna get this out of this trade if it gives me opportunity in positive, or I don't really care. Just gonna get stopped out here. Oh, there you go. Yeah. So now what could happen? It can dump here, or it can go back here. Let's say I buy here. Let's say I buy here. I show you. Where's my first target? That's my first target. which again, likely it's just gonna work out. The second target would be, um, I'm using my Tradeway account. Okay, guys, let me log out of this one. I'm just making my Tradeway mess. I have to analyze that later. Yeah. So I'm just gonna get myself out this trade, and then yeah, like whatever. This is basically, like I said, this is going lower. Anyhow, there you go. Oh, so let's say if I buy here. Okay, I'm watching the price action and see if this plays out. Why? Well, technically this may not work out because now we're in Minudi opening gap, and this again will become a chop. Okay, so if this becomes a chop, I'll end the stream right here. And that should be the end of it. Because there's nothing else to trade today. That's it. That's the logic. You're in a chop. You should acknowledge it and move on. Okay, I see these relative equal highs forming, so price could go very well lower. Um, Either just by hitting this and then dumping, or could very well just like hit these levels and then dump lower. Okay, so that's the level I'm talking about. Spending too much time here, I don't like this. Again, next candle I'll probably just get out. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now this was the level that I was looking at. So there you go. Okay, so again, watching and seeing the price action matters everything. So how did I know it's just gonna do this thing? I watched the price action. It came lower and then tapped back into the 50%, trapping all the shorts, and then had to go up to get those jokers out. Now that jokers are out, it could very well just drop lower. Like that's what I said. It needs to either just touch there or these relative equal highs, and that's it. That's all I need to do. Again, now 50% situation, anything can happen. If you're a scalper, this is your bread and butter setup. Like check where the relative equal lows were forming, highs were forming, and then take the trade based on if the market needs to retrace back. So again, 50% of this is the 50% level. There you go. Okay? That's all you need to do. That's it for the day. I will come back, at least try to get back every single Asia session and trade in front of you guys. Okay? One last thing. This is the level, so watch as your homework. If price taps back in, then watch what happens. Does it come back all the way here and see this relative equal highs? Does it come back and taps and then dumps back? That's your homework. So how do you understand where the price is likely gravitating? You cannot tell by just saying, can I tell that this price is going to hit there at this level? No, this needed to be done. Then I can tell price is next going here. Okay, so you need to also watch for the wicks. Okay, this is 70.5 level. That's the optimal trade entry for what? Well, for the some of the stuff we did here. Okay, so look at that. Well, technically it did give us bodies. Technically it didn't give us the 70.5 level. So that's where the price needs to be looked at. Now again, check if SMT was there. Okay, check if SMT was there. Those are the things you look for. Okay, just want to look at that quick. SMT wasn't there. SMT was there. See, there was an SMT here. This is 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Awesome setup. Okay. So, anyway, I'll end the stream right here. I will try to come back in a few more Asia sessions, see if I get some response. Nothing so far right now. I'm a very beginner streamer. I don't know. I didn't want to stream before, but now life is boring, man. Trading is boring, so just doing it. I just want to show you how I trade. Like these scalps, they're not too hard. This is hard trade. Entering here, protecting stop loss here, and then taking the target right there on that fidelity gap. That's a solid thing. Those are the kind of moves I want. Okay, somewhere right here. I don't know. Why did I exit? Okay, might be just this block low of the candle. Yeah, somewhere around that. I don't really. Again, I note down the price. Okay. So, thanks everyone. Whoever watching it after the stream ends, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Please subscribe if this makes sense. I will start doing more. If not, then yeah, doesn't hurt. Okay.